Hey guys, this is Algo Structures and this is the second video of our complete C++ STL course. In this video, we will talk about pairs. I haven't mentioned pairs in our first video because pair is not a data structure. It is a simple utility in which we can combine two values together. These two values may be of same types or may be of different types. They are very useful because in a lot of problems, we have to use array of pairs, vector of pairs, heap of pairs, etc. For example, we are given a lot of points in a two-dimensional system. To represent that, we can use array of pairs such that each pair will represent each point. Its first value will represent the x coordinate of the point and its second value will represent the y coordinate of the point. Also, there are a lot of problems in which intervals are given, like activity selection problem or merge overlapping interval problem. In that problems also we can use pairs such that each pair will represent an interval. Its first value will represent the start time of an interval and its second value will represent the end time of interval. Also, if we want to represent a graph using list of edges, we can use pairs such that each pair will represent an edge. If there is an edge between two vertices, we will store the vertex 1 and vertex 2 into the pair and combine it will represent an edge. Here is the syntax to create a pair. Because pair is a template class, in Angular brackets we have to mention the types. We can mention any type here, inbuilt type or pair also, or we can also mention our own user defined types also. To access the value, we can use dot first property and dot second property of of pair. These are the different ways with which we can declare or initialize the pairs. The first one is if we just declare the pair, then the default constructor will be called and it will provide default values to the types. For different types, here I have mentioned a table. If it is an int, it will provide a default value 0. If the type is float, the default value is 0.0. If the type is bool, the default value is false. If it is character, then the default value is null character, and if it is a string, then the default value is empty string. The next is using initialization constructor, such that while declaring we can also pass the two values. The third is using copy constructor. We can use another pair in its parentheses also, such that it will create the pair P3 same as P2. We can also use non-member function makePair to create a pair. The makePair creates a pair and returns its value and its initializes to P4. Or we can also directly assign the value using curly braces. So these are the 5 different ways with which we can declare and initialize the value of pairs. As I have already mentioned, to access the value of pair, we can use dot first and dot second properties. As P1 is here, initializes using default constructor. For int, the default value is 0. Therefore, it will print 0 and 0. Also, we can later update the values using dot first and second properties. Now, the first value is updated to 1 and second value is updated to test. Oh, sorry. As the second value type is int, we also have to update it with using a int value like this. Otherwise, it will produce error. Also, we can update the value directly using the curly brace syntax, or we can update the values using the make pair. These two are same as these last two. Next are comparison operator, or we can say relational operators. All the 6 relational operators are also valid on pairs. Here I have taken 2 examples, and by reference to that I am using all the 6 operators. The equal to operator will produce the result 1 if both the values equal. As both the values are not equal, therefore the result is 0. The not equal to operator will produce the result as 1 if any of the value is not equal. As second values of both pairs is not equal, therefore its result is 1. Greater than operator first check the first value and then check the second value. As first value of both the pairs is same, then it checks the second value. As second value of P1 is less than the P2, therefore its result is 0. Similarly, the lesser than is its inverse. It first checks the first value. As it is same, then it checks the second value. As second value of P1 is lesser than the second value of P2, therefore it is producing the result as 1. Similarly, the less than equal to or greater than or equal to operators will work. Next is swap member function. If we want to swap the values of two pairs, we can use swap member functions of pair. We have to use p1.swap p2. By using this, the values of both pairs will be swapped. Or we can use also non-member function swap to swap the values of p1 and p2. So that's it for the pairs. Keep note one thing, that we can use pairs of any type. We can use pair of pairs, we can use pair or of our user defined classes, etc. So please like the video and press the subscribe button for notification of future videos. Thanks. Have a nice day.